My stepdad told me, this house has rules, so I reminded him whose name was actually on the deed. Darren moved in 3 months after my father died, heart attack at 43, leaving me everything in a will he'd updated just weeks before. The house, the cars, his investment portfolio. Everything went to me, his only child, with one instruction. Take care of your mother, but don't let anyone take advantage of her. I was 19, Mom was 41 and lonely. Darren was 38, charming, and worked in financial consulting. He had opinions about everything, how I dressed, what I studied, when I came home. Mom thought his structure was helpful. I thought he was positioning himself. The first rule was about groceries. If you didn't buy it, don't eat it, he announced, labeling half the refrigerator with his name. I reminded him gently that I paid for the groceries. My father's life insurance covered the mortgage and household expenses. My part-time job covered extras. Your mother and I are building a life together, he said. You need to respect our space, in my house. The second rule came when I had friends over. No guest without 24 hours notice, he declared, interrupting my study group. This isn't a dormitory. I checked the property deed that night, just to confirm. My name, not his, not even Mom's. Dad had been specific about that. He'd seen too many friends lose everything in divorces. The house was mine, held in trust until I turned 21, which was 6 months away. When I mentioned this to Mom, she got defensive. Darren is trying to create stability. Your father would want us to be a family, but Dad had specifically warned me about men who'd see Mom as a meal ticket. The third rule was about the master bedroom. We're renovating, Darren announced. You'll need to cover half the costs since you benefit from increased property value. I declined. He did it anyway, then presented me with an invoice for $12,000. I'm not paying for renovations I didn't approve, I said calmly. His face darkened. This is my home too. Actually, I replied, it isn't. That night, I heard them arguing. Darren's voice rose. She's an entitled brat who doesn't appreciate what we're building. Mom's response was too quiet to hear. The breaking point came when I turned 21. The trust dissolved automatically, transferring full ownership to me. That same week, Darren presented Mom with papers to add his name to the deed. It's only fair, he told her. I've invested so much into this house, into us. He'd invested exactly $0. Mom had contributed nothing either. She'd quit her job when Darren moved in because he said it made him look bad that his partner worked retail. I found Mom in the kitchen, pen in hand, ready to sign. Don't, I said quietly. Darren appeared behind her. This doesn't concern you. This is between married adults. You're not married, I observed. And it absolutely concerns me since you're trying to transfer my property. Your mother has every right. Actually, she doesn't. Dad made sure of that. The document dropped from Mom's hands. What? Dad left the house to me, not community property. Just mine. Adding Darren's name requires my signature, which he'll never get. Darren's mask finally slipped. You ungrateful little... Careful, I interrupted. You're currently a guest in my home. Guests can be asked to leave. Mom looked between us, confused and hurt. Darren said we needed this for his business loan application. There's no business, I said gently. I checked. He's unemployed. Has been since before he met you. I'd hired an investigator after the renovation invoice. Darren had been fired for embezzlement. He'd been evicted from his apartment. He'd burned through 2 other relationships with women who had assets. Mom was just his latest mark. When I showed her the report, she crumpled. I just didn't want to be alone. You're not alone, I said. You never were. Darren left that night. No dramatic exit, just quiet packing while I stood in the doorway making sure he took only what was his. At the door, he turned. You've destroyed your mother's happiness. No, I said. I protected her future. There's a difference. Now it's just Mom and me in the house Dad left us. She started working again, rediscovering herself. Sometimes she thanks me, sometimes she resents me, but she's safe, and the deed still has only one name on it.